Hi, everybody. Today's chapter is the second chapter on creating harmony, and this one is called Beyond Triads. So, yesterday, the, the first chapter of the Creating Harmony chapters covered major and minor scales and triads, which is the first, the third, and the fifth. So, for example, in the C major scale, the scale looked like this. It's all in the white keys. And how we made the triad was we used the first, the third, and the fifth. So it looks like this. We have the C, the third is an E, and the fifth is G. And if we move that all along the scale, it will all fit. We can create like 7 triads that all fit in the scale. And so like this. So that's pretty useful to come up with ideas. And also, the chapter covered minor scales. So in case of C minor, it looked like this. And also to create the triads, use the first, the third, and the fifth. So if we have this is the major triad for C, all we need to do is shift that E to an E flat, so it becomes like this. Anyway, and so today extends upon that and introduces 7th chords, 9th, 11th, 13th, and that's it. So a 7th chord is the same idea. You start off with a triad and then add the 7th note of the scale. So in case of C major, it would be B. So that's it. And exactly the same in a minor scale. In C minor, here's our triad, and we add the 7th. Sorry about that. And that carries on. So the 9th, we would add the 9th note. And since there are 8 notes in the scale, the 9th would be the second, an octave above. So if this is our triad here, we make it the 7th, and then we add the 9th, which is a D. See, now we're getting like bigger, more elaborate sounds. And 11th, we would add one more note here. So it would be the 4th note in the scale, but an octave above. And 13th, we add one more, so the 6th note an octave above. Now, I've never used 11th or 13th chords before, but I've definitely used a lot of 7ths and 9ths maybe a couple of times. So the way I used this is I have this song here, which was in D Dorian, and the D Dorian scale is basically, if we have the C major, D Dorian is the C major scale if it starts from a D. So it will sound like this. And it's just a different flavor, a different mode of the scale. And so this song is in D, Dorian. And you can see at the beginning here, it's mainly all triads. Some of them aren't even triads. And then here, now the idea here, I was spreading a chord over two sounds. So, but both sounds were playing the same notes exactly. So what I did, I decided to make use of the seventh chords and split the chords between the sounds depending on what sounds nicer. Like, to make sense out of it, if we bring up the keyboard thing here again, sorry. Okay, so if it starts with a D, it will be D, F, A, C. So I have one synth playing the D and the A, and the other one playing the F and the C, but at the same time. And I continued doing that throughout it's a 8 chord progression. Yeah, here. So you can see they're split between the two. If we fold them, just to make it clearer. This one is playing the root and the fifth, and this is playing the third and the seventh. And let's see how that sounds like. So this basically has started off as a normal like a set of triads played on one sound. But I thought it would be more interesting in playing it like that. And I used the ninth chords here. This was basically just a synth playing a note and its octave, like not really interesting. It was going. So I decided to make it into ninth chords, but not playing the full chord. So I have them playing the root, the fifth, and the ninth. So I'm skipping the third and the seventh. And since my knowledge of music theory isn't that great, I'm not really sure if that still counts as a ninth chord. But yeah, so that's what I came up with, and this is what they sound like. I also duplicated the root note and played it an octave down as well, just to make the sound bigger. And because over here, these low pads go down in volume, and I want something to carry that low end, or the low mids. So this is what they sound like. So yeah, I really like the sound of those. There's definitely a bit of contrast, something kind of eerie going on with them, which I felt that this song was really, really missing. So, yep. And that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.